Now, how would we plot a route to Davies Plain Hut? Now, I wasn't able to do this at the meeting because the internet connection wasn't good enough. Here we can see where Davies Plain Hut is, and here we are at the Waverley's Boat Club. We're using Google Maps to plot a route to Davies Plain Hut. So this is a route by Google Maps, the same as you would find if you use Google Maps to plot. So let's change the route a bit. Let's say we want to swing by Hayfield. Just drag the route to Hayfield. Now let's zoom in a bit and modify somewhat. Let's say I want to swing by the Hayfield Bakery. Now this is plotting on the bakery side of the road, and I don't quite want to do that. I can park on the opposite side rather than go in a loop. So let's readjust. Let's say I don't want to go by the roundabout. I want to go out a more direct way. So we do that and see how the route is automatically updated. So we just need to double check because you never quite truly trust the route that any software plots for you. So you need to do a sanity check. Everything looks good. Going on Limestone Road. And then the only way into Davies Plain Hut is on Davies Plain track, which we're using. So all checks out. Now let's change the route to a different color. Let's say we use yellow. And say I want to go to Mount Pinaba. So again, this is using Google Maps to plot the route. Around these areas is normally not too bad. So again, doing a bit of a sanity check to make sure everything looks right. Tom Grogan's track, and then we join on to the Mount Pinaba track. So that looks fine. Now let's say we want to then go to one of the power station lookouts. Now we've changed the route now to green. And again, Google Map plot. Google Map wants us to go that way. Well, but I don't want to go that way. I want to go on a different route. So let's see how we modify this. Zoom out. I want to go on the Gehe side. So I'm just going to drag the route and plonk it over. Now, we go down to here. And I just want to double check to make sure I'm not going through private property. So again, Google Maps, can't really always trust it. So let's go to satellite view. And what's satellite view showing us? It kind of looks like we might be going through a private property. There looks to be maybe a crossing entry into your property there. There's certainly a gate up here. The rest of the land kind of looks like it might be someone's private property. So let's go and use a different route. So let's go and use a different route. Let's go and use the Tom Grogan crossing instead. You see here, I've changed the type of map I'm using just to show a different map screen, and the contrast and identification is a little bit different. So here we're now taking a different route. We're going on the Alpine Way, and The OpenStreetMap cycle doesn't show the spot locations of interest. Go back to Google Maps and you can see we're now at the Murray Power Station #1 lookout. Now, there are some questions asked at tonight's meeting about the different types of maps and what do they show. So here I'm showing you Google Maps. You see a track there, you don't really know what it is, don't know whether it's a road or not. You zoom out a bit, it disappears. If we go to satellite, there's nothing there. Now let's go to one of the OpenStreetMaps. The basic OpenStreetMap suggests that it's the Bicentennial National Trail, which is a walking track. We go to OpenStreetMap cycle. The contrast is a bit better. Yes, it is a walking track, and it actually shows it in a different color. So what are some of the other reasons you would use the different maps? Here we can see Google Maps. We go to satellite view and you can see that Google Map track doesn't actually align with the physical route, whereas the OpenStreetMap cycle actually aligns with the actual physical track location much better. So you're going to get some discrepancies between the mapping data route and the physical location of whether it's a road or a track. And some of the maps will align better than others. Now here is an example of how you would share and then how someone can extract the map and the GPS data and input that into their navigation device. So here's the route I planned for a previous trip. So this is the, if you share it, this is what the person who accessed the share link would get. They can download the GPX file. And then after they've downloaded the GPX file, they can then upload that into the navigation program they choose. Here's an example of doing that through the Garmin Explore. I go to Maps, and then I upload, I import the track, not as a route, because the track has got more data points. Here I'm just putting it into the folder I have set up called test. Drag and drop the file in, import it, and here we are. So now this route will appear in all my devices that are linked to my Garmin Explore, whether it be my phone, my tablet, or my Garmin device, once they synchronize with the cloud. Now another option you can use is Google Maps. Absolutely free. Google Maps has a feature called My Maps. So here I can go to My Maps, I can create a new map. I just need to import the route. So here I'm say renaming for a test or test 2 since I already had a test 1. I'll import the track, just drag and drop it in. And once this is loaded, this will appear on any devices I have when logged into my account running Google Maps. And one can also download the background Google Map as an offline map. So this is a really easy way that is free to enable you to have a track that you can follow.